What's going on, fellas? Welcome back to the channel again. And today we finished watching the rest of Wrestlemania this weekend, and what a fantastic event it was to round up the whole weekend of not just Manias and WWE events, but just all wrestling events in general. And it's just, I'll say this now, it's just a fantastic time to be a wrestling fan. Just so much going on, so much drama and story, and so many good things going on with wrestling. But yeah, Mania's finished. We got quite a few new champs. Whole lot of fun matches that happened over the weekend that we'll get into. And yeah, WrestleMania 40 has been officially concluded. I guess you could say we are in a brand new era of wrestling, and let's enjoy the ride, shall we? So anyway, today I have here for you not one, not two, but not three, but four blaster boxes. They were all supposed to be elite blaster boxes, but there was only 3 elites in stock, so I just grabbed a select, just, as a little extra, a little bonus, because my idea for the video was I was going to do 4 elite boxes, like, for 4 decades of WrestleMania, I suppose, something cheesy. But yeah, let's get into them, shall we? I suppose we could start with a select, who has Sami Zayn, Dum Dum, Charlotte Flair, and Roman Reigns on the front. And I believe all these are the same, where they all have 4 cards a pack, 6 packs per box. So yeah, kicking off, we'll talk about night 1 first, and then we'll move on to night 2 of the event. So that way we can keep track and actually go in order that way. So anyway, so to kick off night 1, we had the women's title match between Becky and Rhea. Both of their gear was pretty good. Their entrances were fun to see. Rhea had some, she had Motionless in White singing out to the ring, which was cool. And then Becky had stuff to do with a book. Yeah. And then she, her gear was all book related, and I think it had pages of a book on her as well, which was cool. But yeah. Kicking off this pack, we have Bronson Reed, Kira Tozawa, Luke Gallows, and Diamond Dallas Page on the silver. I will also point out really quickly, shout out to Bronson Reed, Big Bronson Reed, for winning the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale. Props to him. That made me very happy, it did. But yeah, that opening match was alright. It was pretty decent. Nothing too special. But it was better than nothing, which is good. It was a pretty solid opener. We have a flash, and I believe that's a blue. I think we've got a blue in this one. No, it's just a sideways. It threw me off guard. Sideways Scarlet, and our flash is Batista. It's a nice look at Batista. Yeah, solid match it was. Obviously, Rhea retained, which is not too surprising. I didn't think Becky would win, because she might take some time off afterwards, and Becky's been a really dominant role with this this belt. She's held for over a year now, and I don't see her losing it to anyone anytime soon. If there was a possible person she could lose it to, there's Becky on the silver of this. If there was anyone I could see her losing it to, it would probably be to Liv or something, or maybe even Jade Cargill. But who knows? After that, they had the 6 tag team ladder match, and that was a fantastic match. It was. There's I believe, Mezzanine. There's that one, and a flash Bobby Lashley on the Sensations. Yeah, that ladder match was wicked. So many fantastic spots. Props to everyone in that match. Yeah, even JD McDonough interfered at one stage, and he took a very, very nasty table spot, he did. And it was very nasty. But yeah, in the end, eventually, at first, Grayson Waller and Austin Theory grabbed the SmackDown tag belts. And that made me very, very happy. Props to Grayson Waller. We have a Veer Mahan on the Orange Flash. I think we're due for one more Orange Flash in this, if I'm correct. But yeah, so they grabbed the SmackDown Tag Belts. And then eventually in the end, Awesome Truth, R-Truth, actually finished his story and grabbed the Raw Tag Belt. So there's 2 different sets of tag champions now, finally. So they've officially split the belts, which is great to see. Very awesome to see. Nothing too special was happening for a little bit after this, because I believe it was the tag match with Ray and what was initially supposed to be Dragon Lee taking on, but it changed to Andrade last minute, take on the team of Dirty Dominic Mysterio and Santos Escobar to continue that little story that those people had. And yeah, decent match, solid match, you know, what you typically expect from luchadors. And first pack, we already have a numbered card, because I believe we're due 1 numbered card per box. And this one is British Bulldog on the Aspirations, as numbered 57 of 75. Very nice. Butch, Tyler Bate, and Bronson Reed. Yeah, that one actually was alright. A lot of flippy stuff going on. And also, like, it sort of like reignited the rivalry between Ray and Dom, which was cool. Yeah, there was a point where Dom was going for the chair, and then these 2 big muscular dudes came out in like these Wrestlemania masks, and like they attacked Dom and like threw him to the ring post, which eventually costed them the win, which led to Ray and Andrade winning the match. And then after the match, they revealed themselves to be none other than future Eagles Hall of Famer, or NFL Hall of Famer, who just recently retired. Probably the greatest center in NFL history in Jason Kelsey. And Lane Johnson. Yeah, that was pretty cool to see. Nice little thing there. I guess you could say it wasn't a shame it wasn't the other Kelsey brother there as well, but I could probably guarantee there were some people that were happy that he wasn't there. Especially if you watch back the show and notice in the front row behind the commentary desk was San Francisco 49ers tight end George Kittle. Someone that was definitely not at Mania on the pink, Dragon Lee. But yeah, solid match. And then after that was the 6-woman tag between it was Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, and Naomi take on the team of who they face again? Damage Control, that's right. There is a Stone Cold and the Spellbound, the C. There is a chance we can get autographs from these boxes, but I doubt it. Bailey and Alexa Bliss. Yeah, that was a solid match as well. They both had pretty cool entrances as tag teams. That was fun to see. And yeah, pretty decent match, solid match. But obviously in the end, Jade Cargill, I believe she went for the Jaded on Dakota Kai and, you know, won the match. Nothing too special. There is a green on Paul Heyman. Put that there as well. Sami Zayn and Randy Orton and Braun Strowman. And then, yeah, after that match, it was the co-main event of night 1 with Sami Zayn taking on Gunther. I will admit, I honestly believe Gunther was going to win this. That way they could go through with the storyline of Gunther and Chad Gable going to, like, Bash of Berlin. But looks like they pulled the trigger early on Gunther's reign ending. There's Sami Zayn again on the star status of the green. But, yeah. Pretty decent match. I really thought, like, you know, they were going to do a referee stoppage angle with the match. Because Sammy was just getting the life beat out of him, he was. And, yeah. He came back, hit a wicked brainbuster on Gunther. And, yeah. Came back, hit a few Helluva kicks, and won the belt. So, props to Sami Zayn. And then the main event of night 1. Gee, I haven't even finished talking about main event of night 1. I'm already halfway through. Yikes. Yeah, Cody and Seth taking on the team of Rock and Roman, which was a fun match. There were some low points and there were some high points. And once again, the first pack of the second blaster, we got another Aspirations. This one's numbered 16 of 75. Yeah, fun match to watch. There's Roman and Candice LeRae. Very fun match to watch. A lot of spots, a lot of storytelling happening. But unfortunately, in the end, it was pretty obvious that Cody was going to take the pin. And yeah, he lost, which was unfortunate, but that's alright. It just led to Roman and Cody's match being Bloodline Rules, which was expected. This pack opened really weird for some reason. There we go. Stone Cold on the E. Might need to complete this if I can. Bobby Lashley, JD McDonough, and Butch. Good old Butch, who is now Pete Dunne now, thank fuck. Yeah, that was night 1. That was very fun show it was. But it only just went up from there when you think about it, because night 2 was just fantastic. It was absolutely fantastic, it was. Kicking off night 2, we had CM Punk at commentary desk for the World Heavyweight Championship match between Seth and Drew McIntyre. We all knew that Seth was not going to be 100% going into this. There was a pink Johnny Gargano. He was definitely not going to be 100% going into that match, because at last night's tag match that they had, which was actually noted. I did not look at the official timestamp, but that was like the second longest Mania match in history. And it went for like 45 minutes or something. I don't remember off the top of my head. Star status, Bobby Lashley. But yeah, pretty decent match. It was a fun match. Very fast paced it was. But eventually in the end, Drew was just spamming those claymores he was. And eventually he dethroned Seth Rollins' World Heavyweight title reign. I will say props to Drew for winning the belt. It's finally winning the world title in front of a crowd of fans. But I will say he was pretty cocky about it, which was pretty unfortunate, because, you know, typical heel Drew. He was even showing it off to CM Punk at ringside, because he was sitting at the commentary desk, you know, just being a typical dick. And I also note, because during this match, I didn't even realize, like, he went ringside and grabbed the phone and did something real quick. I didn't even realize that he sent out a tweet mid-match, which was pretty funny, saying something like, I was bored or something, lol. And he replied to it afterwards because of what happened afterwards. Because what happened, oh god, that's points, wasn't it? I think I just got points, didn't I? There is a green Elite on the Elite deck, Undertaker. Yeah, that's points. Come on, man. There's Sami Zayn, Finn Balor, and we'll just turn this. Oh, nope. I have to fix that later. I don't think I revealed, because I thought it was going to be the other way. I have to go back through the footage and just check. 400 points, though, from a blaster. That's not too bad. Not too bad at all. But I have to go back through the footage, and I might need to redeem that before I upload the video, but yeah, 400 points. Pretty disappointing. That's alright. Yeah. So we were expected to get autographs from this, but we didn't, which is all good. Maybe there's an autograph in this one. But anyway, as I was trying to say, Drew McIntyre did get pretty cocky with him glowing with the belt to Punk. Punk snapped. He like knocked him over, and then he started taking his little brace off that he had on his arm and started hitting him with it. He hit him with it for a little bit, and then all of a sudden, all you could hear was the Judgment Day theme music, and it was about damn time that Judgment Day's music hit, because Damian Priest was finally going to cash in. He came running down the ring with a referee, and crowd were cheering. It was so good. I was hyped when I seen it happen, and he officially cashed in finally. And yeah, he even hit Drew with the briefcase before cashing it in. But yeah, he hit him with a South Haven. 1, 2, 3. Damian Priest was your new World Heavyweight Champion. There is a X-Pac on the green full throttle insert. But yeah. So 2 world title changes to kick off the night 2, which was fun. But I only just got more fun from there, because that wasn't the only unpredictable thing that we expected from night 2. The second match was the Philadelphia 6-man street fight, or 6-man tag street fight, between the Final Testament, taken on Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. And I didn't realize, because they announced it as a surprise, that the special guest referee was going to be Bubba Ray Dudley, of all people, which was wicked. Well, obviously he knew he was in the fucking, he was in the city. But yeah, fun extreme match, you know, just a little hardcore match. Typical, because they were in Philadelphia. There's another Powerhouses of China, and they're obviously not numbered. Santos Escobar. There's Drew McIntyre. I will note as well that Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins had amazing entrances. Yeah, they were just cool. They were really cool. But yeah, that 6-man tag street fight was good. Very good. There was a point towards the end of the match. Well, there was a point in the match where B-Fab and Scarlett both went through a table, which was cool. But Karrion Kross got a bit out of hand. Laid his hands on Bubba Ray Dudley. He snapped. He pulled out the old vintage glasses that he would wear with Devon back in the day. I will say as well, it is a shame that we didn't get to see Devon there. But it's alright. Another Stone Cold on the Spellbound? Yeesh. I don't know if he's only in Blasters, but yeah. Nakia Lyons, Kevin Owens, and Austin Theory. Yeah. That happened. Devon grabbed the tables. They went to put Karrion Kross for the table. The first table buckled on them and broke prematurely, which was funny. And yeah, successfully got put for the second table, and Street Profits win that match. Last pack, and if you don't mind, I'm just probably just going to sit here and ramble for a bit. Because after that match, we had this man, AJ Styles, on the status, numbered 150 out of 275, come out. He had his match. I believe that was, if I'm correct, it was his match that was next. Yeah, because there was only 6 matches on night 2 for some reason. Yeah. So his match was night 2. Sheesh, I'm out of cards to open already. Yikes. Yeah. His match was night 2 against LA Knight. Yeah. LA Knight gave away his Slim Jim Coro to just some old lady or something. I know, it was weird. Don't know why. Just out of anyone that they could have gave away to. But, you know, happy for the old lady. But yeah, that happened. LA Knight, AJ Styles had a pretty good match. Fun match. AJ Styles had a new theme, which was interesting. Very interesting to see. But yeah, I would love to see him come out like either ways. But nothing you could expect to not happen, but it's all good. I'm just going to sit here and start sleeving up cards because there's nothing else to do, even. So yeah, that match was fun, back and forward. Really good. And yeah. I believe LA Knight won that one, if I'm correct. But yeah. After that, it was... I did not expect to get through all these cards so quickly. So, you just have to listen to me talk for the next 5-10 minutes. I'll try and talk quickly, you know, get through everything. After that, it was... What match was it afterwards? I'm just brain dead from all the matches. I'm trying to remember. No, it was the main event, co-main event. That's right. No, it wasn't. It was the triple threat match. That's right. How can I forget? The triple threat match with Logan, Kevin Owens, and Randy Orton. Logan Paul came out in this like truck looking thing, just covered in prime. It had like a prime bottle cannon thing on it as well, which was interesting. But yeah, it was cool. Pretty cool indeed. Yeah. Kevin Owens then brought like a golf cart for some reason. And he started riding down to the ring. But then when Randy came out, he reversed it, went back for Randy, and took him to the ring. But yeah, the match was alright. Pretty decent back and forward. There was a point in the match where the typical Prime bottle came out because the Prime bottle was there again this year. Obviously, didn't know who was in the Prime bottle. Exact same Prime bottle though. I thought it would have been someone new, different, like Jake Paul or that other person that Logan's friends with. Obviously, no, it wasn't going to be KSI. It wasn't going to be that again. But yeah, decent match. But the Prime bottle got involved. Then the Prime bottle was revealed to be none other than, I don't know why they chose this person, but it's I Am Speed. If you do not know who I Am Speed is, he is a FIFA like YouTuber personality person. He's interesting. Yeah, it was different. It was different, I will say. Very different indeed. But yeah, he got his ass handed to him by Randy. He went through the table, but in the end, Logan Paul took advantage of what I believe was an RKO to Kevin Owens. And yeah, that costed him the match. And then yeah, Logan Paul retained. After that, it was the co-main event between Io Sky and Bailey, who is a face again. But unfortunately, she did not bring back the, and I quote, wacky, wavy, inflatable, wailing tube men. I don't know. Let's try and say that 5 times. But, yeah. She had a cool entrance. They both had pretty cool entrances. Not as cool as, like, what we've seen previously over the weekend. But, yeah. That was still fun. Fun little, entrances. And it was a decent match. Back and forth match. But in the end, nothing too special in my opinion. But it was fun to see Bailey actually win back the woman's belt, or the newer woman's belt, or something. But yeah, she won that. Props to her. She is now a champion once again. There's only 2 of these left in here. Yeah, congratulations to Bailey for winning that belt back after God knows how long she has been without a belt. And yeah, her storyline with Damage Control is finished. And yeah, she finished her story. So many people finishing their stories over the weekend, which was awesome to see. It was fun. But we're not done there, because the main event was the Bloodline Rules match between Cody and Roman. And what a main event that was. Probably one of the best, I wouldn't say the best, I'll probably say top 5, maybe pushing top 3 main events in WrestleMania history. Because that match was fantastic. That match was absolute cinema. It was absolute cinema. Fantastic entrances between the both. Roman brought out the orchestra, playing him out to the ring. Very, very godlike. And Cody came up through the stage once again. docking this very interesting mask. When I look back at it, it was actually just the mask of like his logo with like the skull and the crown and the like wings. It was weird. But yeah, that probably wasn't the biggest pop of his entrance. The biggest pop of his entrance was Brandy, his partner slash wife Brandy Rhodes, coming to collect the crown off him. So yeah, everyone loved to see Brandy there. Shame she didn't get involved in the match, but that was alright because it's Brandy Rhodes. Everyone loves Brandy. And yeah, that match was fantastic. It was between Roman and Cody. Really, really good. If I remember, they went about 35 minutes. Not as long as what the main event of night 1 was. But the fact that they're committing with like all these quality style matches over quantity of matches at Manias this time around is really good. But I will say that would over the both weekends, and I didn't realize they did it as well last year, but the second year in the road, there were no pre-show matches. Like, why couldn't you even just have the Andre the Giant Battle Royale happen on the pre-show? Like, do something like that, you know? Either that or just don't make the pre-shows 2 hours. It's odd. But yeah. That was good. Good indeed to see. That match was awesome. And yeah, a lot of stuff happened in that match as well. Because, you know, all the shenanigans were going to start happening with Bloodline Rules. Because that's what happens in Bloodline Rules. Initially, it was Jimmy that super kicked Cody, who initially started to interfere. Then Jey Uso came out. They brawled on the ramp between the ring and the stage. And then Jey speared him off the ramp into this like set of tables, and that was a awesome spot. Funny how some people were saying that that spot was better than their match from night 1, which is actually a match I forgot to mention from night 1. Yeah, Jimmy and Jey night 1. Jey won that. It was a bit of a letdown, people were saying, and I will admit it was quite a letdown. They could have done better, but, you know, they probably didn't want to overshadow like the main event or something. But yeah, anyway, yeah, that match was fun. And then we thought Cody was obviously going to finish the story early, but no. Solo interfered, him with a spike. We thought we were going to see a repeat of last year's. No. He attempted to like screw with the match not once but twice. After the second time he interfered with the match, he was gonna like cost Cody for a third time. But as that was about to happen, John Cena's theme song played, and after like what 6 months I think, because of the storyline that those two had between Solo and Cena after Solo beat Cena at Crown Jewel. So it was a nice little like revenge tactic that was interesting to see. That was fun. That was really awesome to see. Cena put Solo through the table. But after that, Rock came out and they had a little stare down in the ring. Cena went to go hit the Rock, but Rock hit him with a rock bottom. And yeah, whole lot of craziness and mumbo jumbo stuff going on. It was weird because some people on the internet were predicting pretty much this whole thing was going to go on, like pretty much what nearly happened. The only part they didn't predict was what happened after the Cena bit, because obviously people were expecting that Stone Cold was going to come out. I thought Stone Cold was going to come out afterwards. That way we could have a Rock Austin stare down one last time, but that didn't happen, which is interesting, but it was fine, because what I didn't expect was the Shield music to play. Seth Rollins attempted to come out in his Shield gear, but as he got into the ring, Roman hits him with a Superman punch or a spear. I didn't remember which one it was, but that rocked Seth. It did. But yeah, after that, he was like dazed against the rope. Seth was, and Roman had a chair in the ring. And which was good because it led to like long-term storytelling between Seth and Roman, because it was sort of like a an homage to what happened 10 years ago when Seth initially turned on the Shield and hit Roman in the back with a chair 10 years ago when the Shield broke up. Roman got his revenge after 10 years, I guess you could say, because he whipped Seth back with a chair. That rocked him for the rest of the match. Yeah, that happened. And then I didn't know what was going to happen afterwards because obviously we were still expecting Stone Cold. But yeah, Rock had his like weight belt, like his custom weight belt he was going to start whipping Cody with. And as he was about to start whipping Cody's weight belt, gong. We heard a gong. And the whole stadium just roared. I'm getting chills just talking about it right now. The Undertaker's gong plays. Lights go out. Plays again. Taker's in the ring, standing behind the Rock. Hits Rock with a chokeslam and just disappears afterwards, which was odd. I would love to see him have a little bit of interaction with Roman after, you know, what happened 7 years ago after he initially attempted to retire Undertaker. But, yeah, that's alright. But yeah, he disappeared after chokeslamming the Rock. That took him out of the match, so pretty much everyone was out of the way at this point. Everyone else that interfered was out of it, and it all came back to Roman and Cody. They went at it for a little bit more. So Roman went for a Superman punch spear stuff. Cody counters, because in the match, the whole point was Cody, you can see that he was trying to like hit the 3 consecutive crossroads. He hit it twice, but that was before the Solo interfered. At this point, he successfully hit his 2 crossroads. He was shimmering, he was shaking for that third one. The crowd was roaring him on, and then he finally hits that 3rd crossroads he did. Goes for the pinfall. 1, 2, 3. Cody Rhodes has officially ended his story. He's finished his story, and the reign of terror of the tribal chief Roman Reigns was officially over. After, I believe, what was the count of 1,316 days. What a amazing reign he had. I will give 100% props to Roman. Awesome title reign. One of the best, if not the best we've seen in just ever. But yeah, fantastic main event, fantastic Wrestlemania in general. And yeah, his reign was over. A new era of wrestling has begun with Cody being the brand new WWE Undisputed Champion. I think, if I remember as well, the drop in the Universal name, I'm not too sure. But yeah, that was awesome. Everyone celebrated. The pop of the crowd was just authentic, and now I mean heavily authentic. It was just cinema. I nearly had tears in my eyes just witnessing it, and it was amazing. That's wrestling for you. And yeah, so Cody Rhodes was he is officially your new WWE Undisputed Champion. And yeah, everyone came into the ring. There was familiar faces from Roman's past that like came and celebrated with Cody, like LA Knight, Cena got back in the ring, Kevin Owens and Randy, pretty much all the faces. It seemed like they were doing like a little deja vu of like what happened at Mania 10 after Brett won the belt off Yokozuna, which was cool. But yeah, even other people just coming into the ring, like, you know, close family and friends, like Cody's mother came to the ring. And if you notice as well, Brody Lee Jr. was there as well. Bless his little soul. But yeah, just fantastic WrestleMania all around in general. 10 out of 10. I guess you could say like 40 out of 10 because that was just amazing. It was just phenomenal. It was, yeah, that's wrestling for you. So, yeah, that was WrestleMania 40. There's probably more I could talk about that I just can't remember off the top of my head. I think I will note as well, just a little side note, the Panini stuff, like the WWE Panini cards, they are making more sets. Well, I thought Impeccable, that which came out like last week. I thought that was going to be the last set. But no, what was announced during Mania weekend is that they're working on Immaculate. And I believe that's going to be the last set from the Panini franchise for WWE cards. And then they're going to go back to like Tops or something. I don't bloody know. But yeah. All wrestling was just fun in general to see and watch. I loved every single bit of it. Just the whole build up to everything and the stories and everything is just amazing. And yeah, Cody finally getting his revenge after what happened last year. You know, losing at Mania against Roman, but he finally, you know, finishes the story this year and wins the belt. So yeah, it's good to see a good guy back on top and someone to actually hopefully defend the belt every now and then again. Much more often than what Roman is, because he can actually go home and actually just be himself now, which is great to see, because I believe from what I've seen on like dirt sheets or something that his leukemia is a bit with him at the moment, and apparently he's like getting pretty weak. I don't know, it's just people speculating or something, I'm not too sure. But I'm just happy that he doesn't need to like really come back to work no more, just so he can actually stay at home and be a father and actually commit to like having a family and yeah, just be there for them who loves him most, and you know, be more of like himself and less Roman, more of Joe, which is his real name. But yeah, and there were some things I did note and see during like and afterwards during that final pinfall that Cody hit him with. You could see on one of the camera angles that Roman was smiling, which was very wholesome to see. And then there was this one fan camera angle you could see afterwards, while everyone was celebrating in the ring and all that. One of the fans from the stadium captured a moment where Roman was hugging Paul Heyman at the top of the stage. And that was extremely wholesome to see. So, yeah, Roman's going to be going off screen for a while. Don't know what Heyman's going to be doing. We might see Heyman with a new guy tomorrow on Raw. Have a new Paul Heyman guy, or who knows what he's been doing. Also, props to Paul Heyman, the newest inductee to the WWE Hall of Fame, alongside everyone else that got inducted over this weekend. Props to them. And, yeah, hopefully Rock goes back to Hollywood or something. But, yeah, that was fun. Wrestling's fun. Just, it's so fun to be a wrestling fan. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Can't remember if there's anything else I need to talk about, but I don't think so. If there is, let me know in the comments below, and I'll try and reply back to you about my thoughts and opinions on it. And yeah, if you want to see me ramble on about more stuff like this and see me open up more wrestling cards like this, I'll quickly go through what we pulled before we end off the video. I believe this is a mezzanine. Yep, mezzanine of Iron Sheik. AJ Styles, numbered 150 to 275. 400 points. Nothing too special. And 2 aspirations. One of British Bulldog that was numbered 57 of 75. And one of Andre the Giant that was numbered 16 of 75. But yeah, as I was saying, if you want to see me open up more wrestling cards and all sorts of things, check out the rest of my channel. I've got other videos on there if you want to check those out. My next video, I believe, if I can, I'm going to try and get another AEW hobby box ready for Dynasty, because that's coming up in a few weeks. I'll do a video on that if I can. And I know at the end of the month or beginning of next month, I have the NFL draft. I have a hobby box put away for that. And yeah, other than that, I don't know what else I have planned. But yeah, if you want to check out the rest of my videos, you can. And if you enjoy the content I produce for you guys on this channel, and all the other videos that I produce that are less longer than this and way more shorter than 40 minutes, because, you know, just so much to talk about, I do apologize. Be sure to do the 3 most important things that you always like to do on a YouTube channel, especially mine if you've enjoyed the content that I produce, which is like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you all had a fantastic weekend. Hopefully you all enjoyed Wrestlemania. Let me know in the comments below, what was your favorite match, or even what was your favorite moment of Wrestlemania. And yeah, props to just everyone involved in the wrestling community, and it's just awesome to be a wrestling fan after all these years, and just to witness all this wrestling going on in life. It's just, if there was no other time to be a wrestling fan in the world, it will be now. If you want to be a wrestling fan, if you're not even a wrestling fan that's not even into wrestling and you want to get into it, now is the absolute best time to do it. I can guarantee that. So yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah, we'll see you all in the next one. And welcome to a brand new era of professional wrestling, especially in WWE. The era of the Nightmare, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Congratulations on finishing your story, and we'll see you all in the next one. See you, lads.